Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm the blogger behind brighterdarling.com. Today we're doing a much requested video. It is a split-faced wear test between my holy grail and many people's holy grail, Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, the original one, and the newer but much more affordable Maybelline Superstay Foundation. Both of these have nearly identical claims. I want to say it's exactly the same. They have 24-hour wear, medium to full coverage, more on the full side, and a semi-matte finish. Estee Lauder is $42. Maybelline Superstay, in most places, especially if you shop at like Target or Walmart, you can get this for around $10. They're both 1 fluid ounce, and yeah, they both have a decent shade range. Double Wear does win out on the shade range, but I will leave below here like how many each brand has. So really there's nothing else to say about this. I have a wear test featuring the Maybelline Superstay Foundation. I will link up here in the card so you can see more exclusively about this formula and how it wore on me. It was in my best of 2018. It was really, really good. But my my Estee Lauder Double Wear is my wedding day foundation. It's my holy grail. I use it in my pro kit. I do love this formula. I've just never put them head to head. So if you're interested in seeing how these stack against each other, just continue watching. All right, so let's get into the application part of this video. The left side of my face, I'm going to use the Maybelline, and the right side, I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear. So I'll tell you right now, I am not self-tanned, so these colors are not gonna look like a good match. They're gonna be a little darker on me, but you know, what are we gonna do? This is the lightest I've ever been. I usually am like a chronic self-tanner, so I just haven't done it in a while. So anyway, now that we got that part out of the way, let's shake them up. And I am going to use my Sigma F80, my favorite foundation brush, to apply this. And I'm going to put 1 pump on the back of my hand of the Maybelline here. I don't know how, I usually use 2 pumps for my whole face, so I hope 1 pump will be enough for this half. So let me get my mirror in place. Okay, let's see how dark it really is. Yeah, I mean, definitely not my color right now, but I just put self-tanner on this morning. I'm using this new Jergens Wet Skin Moisturizer self-tanner. It has like the firming ingredients in it. It's new. They've had the Wet Skin self-tanner and the Wet Skin Moisturizer, but not the firming version. So I figured why not try it, and it's easier than like putting a self-tanner on at night and waiting and then washing it off in the morning. Like, it's gradual. So we'll see how that works. In the meantime, this foundation is going on nicely, as it always does. Pretty medium to full coverage with 1 application. I guess I can blend this. The problem comes if the powder I use oxidizes the foundation, then it just gets way too dark. So I feel like that looks pretty good. The thing about the Estee Lauder is there is no pump, so whatever. I actually didn't even use all of it. There's still a little bit on my hand here. So I'm just gonna wipe this off with a tissue. So there is nothing left, because I will need to use this hand. And then I want to use the same brush. I'm going to use a Neutrogena makeup remover to just get the residual product off of the makeup brush, just because my other F80 is currently in the bathtub. Not the actual bathtub, but the makeup brush bathtub. So we got a good chunk of that off. So let's go now on the other side with the Double Wear. I'm gonna shake this up a little more. And then I'm trying to get about the same on my hand. It's just so hard because I don't have the pump. Okay, I feel like that seems about right. Let's see how much off this color is. I haven't used Double Wear in a long time. I've used it for like random nights out, but not as much as I used to. So, okay, let's see. Actually, I think Double Wear is a little lighter than the Maybelline. Huh, that's good. Because this is usually Tawny from Double Wear is my year-round shade. I can use it most of the year. Only a few months in the summer do I have to go a little darker. So that's good. On first impression, Maybelline has more coverage, but Double Wear seems to feel lighter weight on the skin. Like it doesn't feel as thick, which is so crazy because I feel like a lot of people think Double Wear feels heavy. Well, actually that's not necessarily true. I feel like you either think it feels heavy or you think it feels really nice. There's like no in between. But yeah, Maybelline definitely has more coverage. Because I keep picking up like whatever I had left on here and I can like I feel like this side has more coverage than this side does. Now, Double Wear 100% can be built up, so I'm not even worried that that's like an issue, but you do end up having to use more. But some people don't need as much coverage as this. For just the purposes of the review, I do want to layer it just to see how they layer up. So I'm going to take the Estee Lauder off of my hand again and go back in with Maybelline, clean the brush, and let's go in. I'm only going to use like half a pump of Maybelline, and we'll go in on my like problem areas along my jawline, which has actually gotten a lot better actually. I feel like during pregnancy it was my tougher spot, but whatever. I've been breaking out more on my forehead again now. I don't know what that's about. I haven't broken out my forehead in like forever. Okay, so Maybelline layers up really nice. It is like concealer level coverage when you layer this Maybelline one now because it's so full coverage. So that is the Maybelline with 2 layers. Pretty, I mean, it is 100% full coverage. So you can't get more full than that. It's, like I said, concealer level and not like a lightweight concealer. Like if I put Tarte Shape Tape on my face as foundation, I feel like it would look like that. All right, I'm gonna go in now and put a little more of the Double Wear on. Clean these brushes. Also, Double Wear is a little more liquidy. Maybelline is a little creamier. So that's my Double Wear. Pick this up. And now we'll go in and blend it out. A little spot here. Can use more coverage. Well, I have to say, the color match is, I think, identical. So if you wear Estee Lauder Double Wear in Tawny, I would get shade Natural Beige 220 in the Maybelline and vice versa. If you wear 220 in Maybelline and you want Double Wear, I would get 20. Okay, so that's how we look right now. I'm gonna get closer to the camera. I'm just cleaning my hands just so you guys can see. Let me go slowly here. Make sure I'm still in frame. Okay, so whoop. This is Maybelline. Here is Double Wear. You can see it's a little off in color, but you know, we get the point, right? Okay. I'm going to just finish up the rest of my face and I'll be right back. All right, makeup is on. It is a late start to the day. It is 1:39 in the afternoon. Whatever, I don't go to bed till like 12, 11:30. So we'll see how long this lasts. So again, Maybelline here. Literally everything went on my face identically. There was no issues. And when I'm looking at my skin in my mirror, the only thing I see differently is the finishes, like the coverage is identical. The finish is the same. It's like the demi-matte, not demi-matte, I would say like semi-matte. Because when I think demi-matte, I feel like there's still a little glow. Maybe that's me. Maybelline looks heavier and enhances my pores a teeny bit more. The naked eye would not pick that up. So that's the only thing I'm seeing here, is it looks a little heavier on Maybelline and I can see my pores more, whereas the Double Wear, it has the same level of coverage, but I didn't need as much product. Like the product is thinner. So that's what it is. Like it just doesn't lay as heavy on the skin. But I mean, one is $42 or more than $42 maybe. I think it might be more than that. And then Maybelline is what? 10, 12, maybe even less, depending where you get it. So, all right, I'm gonna check in at the end of the night. We'll see how it goes. So, stay tuned. All right, everybody, the moment you've all been waiting for. At the end of the night check-in, clearly. Oh man, these are always rough looking. Wow. Okay, anyway, it is 11:16 p.m. Okay, let's do some looking at my skin. So again, this is my Maybelline side. And this is my Estee Lauder side. Okay, I'm going to do some analysis here with my mirror. Looks like on my Maybelline side I still see my highlighter, my blush, and my bronzer. Nothing seems too patchy on my forehead. My chin, some clinging to texture on this side. Okay, that's pretty much the gist of that side. Looking at the Estee Lauder side, same deal. Still see my blush and my bronzer and a little bit of my highlight, not as much as this side. My forehead looks good. My chin, it must just be my skin just like has some texture on my chin right now because it's a little dry on this side too. So always my telltale area is my nose. So to be completely honest, it's like identically worn down on both sides. Is it worn off? A little bit. I did rub my face a lot today, so I can't judge it because of that. But like the little line here, I'll get close so you guys can see. Like I always get this line on my nose because I go like this a lot. That's there, and it goes like all the way around on both sides. So yeah, but that's the Estee Lauder side. I mean, it looks pretty good. The Maybelline side looks pretty good. However, for all intents and purposes, if you really want me to give you a final verdict here, I will say that the Estee Lauder side looks better. And I do think that's simply because the formula is more liquidy, it's a little more lightweight on the skin, like I said from the beginning. This side looks more makeup-y than the Estee Lauder side. Like it settles slightly more in my pores here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell when I look up in the camera. But this side you can definitely see pores, like more visible pores than this side. And I think that's just because the formula is just a little heavier. Yes, it did have slightly more coverage with that, but you know, you can build up the Lauder one to be just as full coverage, and it just has a different lighter weight texture. So in this situation, the Lauder one is better, but is it necessarily 4 times the price better? Or 3 times the price better? I don't know. I mean, I'm torn because like I said, this is one of my best products, best foundation that I tried in 2018, and I still think it's an amazing formula, especially for the price. And then again, this is my holy grail that I wore on my wedding day and I use in my pro kit. So yeah, it's a tough one. I feel like if you have the money, go with the Lauder one. If you really want a good budget dupe, this is damn near close. So, and that's kind of what we thought, right? Like, I mean, that's kind of what I thought when I first tried this one, was that it was just like double wear. So I can't say I'm too shocked, but now we know for sure how it worked on my skin. So hope you guys found that helpful. I'm going to go wash my face and go to bed and hope my child does not wake up crying at 5 a.m. She's been doing this thing lately where she sleeps through the night most days, but then sometimes she'll wake up at 5 in the morning, hysterical, and like she'll be able to be rocked back to sleep, but like once it's 5 a.m., by the time she rocks back to sleep at 6 a.m., you're like, what's the point of sleeping now? So hopefully she doesn't do that tonight. But thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you want me to do this with any other formulas in the comments. Have a good night or day or whatever you're watching. Bye guys.